What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. EA Sports just released the final, I believe, SuperStar XFACTOR abilities. According to the flyer that they put out, it should be going up until today, which is July 31st. So this is the final tier. We got the pretty much the middle linebacker, Bobby Wagner, and all the secondary positions are all going to be released right now. As far as these new abilities, the Avalanche looks like it's going to be very, very OP, because if you're telling me that once this gets activated, you're going to force a fumble, that is the only thing that I want on my middle linebacker or, any of my secondary defenders, dude. Can you imagine Taylor Mays with Avalanche in Madden 20? Bruh, any successful hit stick made while running towards the line of scrimmage will result in a fumble. Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? Let me just tell you this, what's going to happen, right? If for any reason they give us the option to have the homer and all the stuff to get this ability faster, that's all it's going to be about. Once you get that, it is a wrap, dude. This dude right here is going to be outrageously, ridiculously OP. Okay, now he and Jamal Adams get that, so those are going to be some players that we can look at early on to kind of figure out what's going on, within the game itself. Like this right here, that's huge. For Regs, that is going to be huge. Now, remember, the Seahawks is a team that is going to be really, really good and formidable. The only thing is, offensively, I think that the Bucs win out. Offensively, even though Tom Brady is slower than a dead rat, he still, with those offensive weapons, is going to be very, very dominant. But I am absolutely feeling this ability right here. It's going to be something that we've never seen before. Oh my God, if I know you're going to fumble, dude, listen, I'm going to bro, and I don't know, look, are they going to give us that click-off hit stick thing again? Because if they give us the click-off hit stick, that's going to be major. That's going to be something that's going to definitely be a game changer. So we got to definitely wait out and look for that. Now, as far as Durwin James, I think he's the next one, right? Do we have anything here? No, these are all old from yesterday. Okay, so Durwin James is the next thing, and he gets reinforcement. Now, reinforcement is not new. It's something from Madden 20. Pretty much you could disrupt run blocks, disrupt passes, or whatever like that. So I'm going to let you guys see exactly what's going on with that. I really want to focus on some of the newer abilities that they're adding. So it increases his chance of defeating run blocks, tackling runners, and disrupting catches. All right, that's huge. He's been hurt, but I believe that once he's healthy, he's going to be a major, major problem. Okay, so that's something that we're going to look to see, because he might be a really, really good user to start the year off. Even though he's only 6'2", he's one of the bigger safeties. Okay, so that's something that you guys are going to have to really focus on and understand when you're playing the game, when you first get it. This is something that you might want to look at as far as usability, because the linebackers, even though Bobby Wagner has that ability, he is going to be probably one of the slower, sluggish players, because that's the way they're designing it. I don't know. We have to wait to see how it works out, but that's the way it looks like it's going to go. So that's something that we could take a look at and figure out what's going on with that as we go through and see what else is going on. Devin Mccourty, Zone Hawk. We all know about Zone Hawk. Pretty much, I kept Zone Hawk on Taylor Mays as my user because it made it a lot easier for me to intercept the ball. Once he's in that zone, anywhere that you're around the ball, he's going to pick it. So let's see what it says here. When he enters the zone, the ability increases his rate of catch knockouts and interceptions while in zone coverage. Yeah, so that's the same exact thing. And one of the things that you're going to notice also, even though we don't have to go through all of them, it's very, very easy. I don't know, because I don't remember Zone Hawk pretty much being this two force incompletions. I know once I picked the ball, it activated. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, because I use it right now actively in Madden 20 for Taylor Mays. So I don't really understand what's going on with that, but maybe the trigger's different. Only 2 force incompletion seems very, very simple, but you would need your opponent, obviously, to throw the ball for you to have a possibility of doing that. So even though a lot of these triggers seem simple, you're going to need your opponent to play according to the way that your defense is set up in order to get it done easily. Harrison Smith, he might not be a guy that you like to start your Madden Ultimate Team season with, but again, he's a bigger guy. He's going to be slower. He never really has good speed, but he's 6'2", similar to Durwin James. Durwin James is going to be the faster guy, though, and probably be the better, useful player for it. So as far as reinforcement, it's all the same thing. I'll let you guys see what's going on. If you've played Madden 20, it's all going to be the same thing. 2 tackles for loss or two incompletions. Higher chance to defeat run blocks, disrupt catches. These are the bigger players that are going to have more impact in Ultimate Team, because they're getting getting respect in regs. Once you get that recognition in regs, automatically it's coming to the Ultimate Team also. Jair Alexander with shutdown, we all know about that. Shutdown is that's one of the most dangerous things to do. Once that gets highlighted, bro, your player is pretty much out of, like it's done. Like, you know, when he enters the zone, his coverage is tighter and interceptions are more frequent on contested catches. It's pretty much GG's in the chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shutdown, when I had to play against Shutdown, one of the bigger things about it in Madden 20, when it was activated, is that press. That press made it wild. And speaking of press, we're gonna go take a look at Bottleneck in a second. Same trigger, 2 forced incompletions. That seems relatively easy as well. But this new Bottleneck on Jalen Ramsey, dog, if this works the way that they describe it, where you're gonna win these press, you know, the press, the press encounters, yo, when he enters the zone, he is highly likely to dominantly win any press encounter. That's ridiculous, dog. Because a lot of the things that go on in the game, if you're able to press and hold a guy for a little bit, you know that's a game-changing, you know, situation. So if you activate this and you got a speedster like Tyreek Hill, I don't know how it's gonna work and how it's gonna mesh. You know, maybe, you know, sometimes he'll be able to get off the block, you know, not get off the block, but get off the press. This is gonna be dangerous. Like, this is gonna be, I want this, dude, because I'm gonna be sending everybody. If I can get a couple dudes that activate Bottleneck, like, dude, it's a wrap. And remember, we don't know how we're gonna work it. Are we gonna give the abilities to the linemen? What exactly are we doing? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we have to figure that stuff out. But I loved, look, I'm just telling you right now, based on the way I play, I love Bottleneck. And for those of you guys that are new to the channel, welcome to GmiasWorld. If you want to get a gist of what we do here, please feel free to check out the Madden 20 Ultimate Team playlist. I think, well, it's just Madden NFL 20 playlist. And then let's get it popping, bro, and join the family. But I send everybody every single snap, and I don't care, dude. This dude right here is going to be a monster. So I'm going to have to get my money up because I'm going to need that card in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Jamal Adams, we spoke about that with Avalanche. We already know what this is about. Now he's on the Seahawks. This is going to be very, very dangerous, bro. This is going to be a major, major issue. Like, completely, like, major, major issue. If you guys run around with this guy and get a successful hit stick that's going to automatically force a fumble, that is game-changing. And I can't wait to see if it works. Because listen, if it works, I do not want you guys crying to EA and make them nerf it. If that's what they want, if that's what they're creating, you better avoid them, bro, or fall down. You guys know how to fall down. L2, R2, square button on PS4, or it's the X button on Xbox. Like, you guys got to be able to fall down. Like, stop complaining about everything because they're creating this stuff to make the game a little bit more exciting, to make it so that you want to get your players activated and stuff like that. If you nerf it, it's like, what's the point, dude? So I'm not scared of Avalanche. I just, like, I'm gonna fall down on the ground if I see the dude that's highlighted, but like, don't be scared about it, bro. Embrace it, because like, I'm gonna be running around with it, and I want you to think it's sweet too. I'm gonna hit stick your brains out. And then Richard Sherman with Shutdown. So that's pretty good for Richard Sherman, I believe. Even though he's a little bit on the slower side of his career. Well, he's never been really a speedster, but that's pretty good. And then you got Tre'Davious White with Shutdown and Stephon Gilmore with Shutdown. And then finally, you got Tyrann Mathieu with Reinforcement. Low-key, you could have gave him Avalanche too, because he'd be knocking dudes' blocks off. And then they gave Von Miller his respect. I was looking for Von Miller the other day because he was a linebacker, and he wasn't there. And I was like, what's going on? But then they finally gave him his respect. So we all know about Fearmonger. That was, you know, one of the original things that Aaron Donald came out with at the launch of Madden 20 that was a little bit too OP. And people were crying about it, and they kind of patched it. So it would allow him to apply pressure on opposing QBs even while engaged with blockers. So for all you Bronco fans, they didn't forget about him. He did get his respect. It was just a little bit more delayed. I want to know what you guys think about these abilities. What abilities makes your butt cheeks just start jiggling in place and you're like, yes, give me more of that, EA Sports. I want more. Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Thank you guys and girls so much for joining me and watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Be safe. Stay safe. Until next time. One love, y'all.